Oh yes, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Let's analyze the situation for Bitcoin, really trying to break out here from this $61,800. We'll be analyzing this local scenario. It does look like that we are just about to break through to finally hit the next levels of resistance at the $63,000 range. Is that level going to be absolutely smashed, or are we going to get a rejection? We already got a rejection from the 61,800. This level has been highly respected during the last couple of weeks, as we can see. And we already got one quick rejection of over $1,000 just by hitting that $61,800 in the last couple of hours. It was very quick. It was an acceptable scalp short trade. However, you need to be quick taking those profits down to the VWAP down. You do not want to fight the trend for very long, but it's obviously an acceptable scalp. However, you need to be very quick, and obviously you would want to look for long opportunities as well, as you very much having this uptrend momentum. In this episode, we're going to talk about the next scenarios. I do believe that we are going to get that push finally to the upside. Now, the question is, will we get a liquidity grab first and then push up? We are coming into the weekend, guys. We'll be explaining all of this in detail. Remember to smash up that like button. Only 8 likes, over 170 people watching. Let's smash that like button, guys. We can get to 100 likes in a matter of a few seconds. I know we can do this all together. It will be absolutely epic, guys. Let's do it. And let me go quickly through the comment section and say hello to the beautiful community right away. Okay, let's change the music. Let's put some drum and bass in the background. And first of all, let's go through the comment section. Looking very interesting indeed, guys. There is a major zone that I really like that is mentioned in the Legends trading community today. I had only 2 high probability setups. Okay, one has already happened. It was this quick short scalp, basically from the highs at 61,800. We just claimed that level and we back tested it very nicely. You can see that failed auction. You're getting above that level, you're moving beneath it, and you're back testing, guys. A back test from a pivot high or a pivot low is your confirmation of a failed auction. That is the level that you want to enter, unless you're very aggressive and you're getting into the drop. And of course, coming down to the VWAP, slicing through, claiming some lows already as a take profit zone. These scalps are only a 2-to-1 risk to reward, but they can absolutely bank in a matter of minutes, guys. And this is what has happened right over here. That scenario was mentioned in the Legends trading community. Now, obviously, the short trading scenario did happen here, where we were looking for that quick tap of the highs of 61,800 and get that quick rejection, of $1,000 that we did get. I'm going to talk about the possible long setup, the higher time frame long setup, okay, if we were to get a pullback, right? I don't feel safe longing here at the resistance, right? We are getting quite a lot of longs entering the market when we do take a look at the CVD. Lots of longs entering the market here very aggressively, and we also have new fresh longs. Of course, this could push the price to the upside as open interest is slightly going up as well. So there could be a push to the upside. However, me personally, I would not want to long into the resistance, right? We do not want to long here into the resistance unless you're looking at the very low time frames and you're looking here at the momentum and you're getting into the absolute pullback. You got clear invalidation, but right now we're just very high here at the resistance point. So this is not a level that I would be comfortable in longing, even though I believe that we could get that breakout, okay? But it's just not a great level to long based on stop loss. Based on the stop loss, for me right now, longing into the resistance is really not an option. So I'm going to talk about what if the price gets a quick long squeeze, just a quick one where it might drop $1,000, $1,500 and then get an instant bounce. Well, we are going to talk about that level, guys. Make sure to be ready. Of course, this level might not be hit because we might be just pushing through here as we are having the dollar index absolutely collapsing, right? We are getting that Beautiful drop also today, just as we had the Federal Reserve chairman's speech. Okay, we did have the Fed Chair Powell's speech today. I think it was a hint of interest rates are going to go down in September, very, very likely, guys. You can leave me that information in the comment section. But overall, we got a bit of that volatility as we had that news a couple of hours ago. So we're going to go in detail, guys. What I'm looking for, the next levels. Today, there was only 2 trading setups in the Legends trading community. It's boring. We're just waiting. We're either waiting for lower levels for a long or this high for an aggressive scalp short. And if you're shorting an uptrend, you want to take profits quick and you want to be very defensive. When we are uptrending and you're looking for shorts, you need to be very, very cautious, of course, because you're basically in an uptrend, right? That pullback could instantly get a bounce. So there was only 2 short trading setups. This quick swing failure pattern, I mean, there was a drop of round about $1,000, getting beneath the VWAP already being a take profit zone. So the long setup not playing out because we did not correct. We were just basically forming higher lows. But that long setup is going to be a bonus. It's a very high confluence zone that I do think that if we do get down to that level, we are very likely going to create a liquidity grab and a huge, massive bounce. It might be just a short-term long squeeze. So we are very much interested in that scenario. Let me go right away through the comment section, say hello to the beautiful community. How is everybody doing? We have Mark M, what's up? Gold Star, hey, Dixon, Frank, hello. Hola, Mariela, vámonos. Mustafa, how are you doing? Hey, Andy, hope you're doing great. I am, thank you very much. First person here says Sam, Delia, Raveb, Ghost, Levy, Master, Valerie. How are you doing, Valerie? Good morning. Aloha from Hawaii. I smashed the like button. Absolutely awesome. Valerie, thank you very much. Good afternoon from the UK. Absolutely wonderful. Linda, how are you doing? Trade on Avo. Axel, it's over for the Bears. It does very much look like it. It does very much look like it because as we are so close in hitting this high, well, eventually $63,000 is going to be claimed right before dropping down to $49,000. Now, the question is, which are the biggest levels of resistance? Where is the price going to get choppy and it's going to give us that pullback, right? Where is the level where we could get that reaction? We're going to get choppiness and we're going to get that pullback. That is what we're going to analyze today, guys, but also taking advantage of a possible long, right? Why would you just look for shorts when you're uptrending, okay? When you can look for longs as well, right? We want to take a look at longs. Hopefully an epic long like we did get in just when we formed that bump and run pattern, guys. Absolutely epic long. Of course, the take profit zone not in that trade anymore, obviously, because it was a day trade. The target zone were these highs at 61K. Targets were hit. We did get that bounce of almost $2,000. Very, very nice from this area. So, let's see if we can get another good area where we can actually get into a long position as we are maintaining this uptrend structure. Okay, so I'm going to remain patient. Okay, I'm not too aggressive with the scalps at the moment. So looking for these areas of confluence, which are going to be mentioned in today's episode, guys, in today's live stream. Let's continue with the comment section. My brother, good morning. Gaming King, how are you, my man? Thanks for joining the Dusty Hunt. Good morning. Axel, it's over for the Bears, he says. Absolutely. Don't forget me. MA, hello, my man. I can see you. Nathan, Fishing Fetish, Candles, don't do. What's going on with Gala pumping hard? Is Gala pumping hard? Let's take a look at Gala. We will be taking a look at some altcoins, guys, but what is Gala doing? Is it pumping very, very nicely? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It was about time, right? It's about time, guys. We have already entered good DCAing levels. I've been DCAing the last couple of weeks. These are great DCAing levels. Of course, I'm leaving a little bit of cash on the sidelines just in case markets do get a little bit of a tumble, right, in the coming weeks, entering it into September. We always need to have a little bit of cash on the sidelines just in case we do get another extra dump, right? Another extra dump that could get us very, very cheap altcoins. Gala, you know, a lot of the altcoins are pumping, okay? We got Gala, we got Cadena. Cadena is doing pretty good as well. It's been pumping quite nicely during the last few days. It's just a bounce, okay? It's just a bounce, but I like it. I very much like it. It's already had the massive sell-off, and now this is, you know, sideways momentum. The question is, are we going to break now in the next coming days, couple of weeks, or will we get one more leg to the downside, a little bit of more sideways momentum, and then pop? Guys, this is the moment to DCA, and probably you have several weeks to do so, right? You're going to have several weeks, even several months to do so. I would personally take advantage. I have been accumulating some altcoins. We will celebrate. We'll have a celebration, okay? Celebration, not a celebration. We'll have a celebration in the next coming months once we get those pumps, guys. So I know it's hard work. It's buying in the red and it keeps dipping. I have a lot of the altcoins that I've been buying through the last couple of months and even last few weeks that are in the red, and they are recovering now slightly. And we'll be banking in the next coming months, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. However, will we get one more dip? Well, that will only be a gift, guys, to get cheaper altcoins. It is what it is. We want to buy low, right? Don't be too scared of the drops. They're there for buying. Be scared of the pumps, because that's when you want to get out. Okay, let's go right away. Good morning, Meek. Ethio, what's after $63,000? That is what we're going to go in detail. What is after $63,000? Because after $63,000, we could be pumping a couple of more $1,000, going to $65,000 to $66,000. Anybody that didn't join yesterday's live stream, we will be talking about those levels where we could get that reaction, that pullback or double top, and a huge major corrective move in the next coming weeks after hitting that zone. It is the most important level of resistance above $63,000, okay? That is if $63,000 is not going to reject. I do see a possibility of a swing failure pattern at that zone, a failed auction, because we have a naked point of control, right? From the 2nd of August. Without a doubt, guys, this is the kind of level that, yes, you could create that failed auction and you could back test this high, guys. We love the strategies of back testing. Back test is the way to go, guys. It is the bomb diggity of trading strategies, of swing failure patterns. You basically hit the level, get acceptance back below, and you back test the level. That is the way to go. We got a beautiful one today, giving you a nice move of almost $1,000. That can be explained right away. We love back tests, guys. This was explained also on the previous live stream. It's just a very clear strategy where you can manage your risk very, very well. Let's go right away through that strategy, okay? Let's just give that quick explanation for all of those people that are new. It's a great strategy. It gives you a good entry, and it gives you, basically a good stop loss, right? Good risk management. Basically, when you do have a pivot low, right? Higher time frame if possible. Not any pivot highs or pivot lows from a major uptrend or a major downtrend, okay? We are not interested in these ones right over here. You're basically trending to the downside, so you would be looking for shorts. And if you're trending to the upside, you will be looking for longs here, just like we did the other day, looking for that breakout. Very, very nice. So higher time frame levels are the ones that you want to be interested in, right? So this is a higher time frame pivot low, where we do have here from the 12th of August, right? We got that pivot right there, and we have several different ones that, you know, I can explain the strategy basically, right? Several options, several different options here. We had also one right over here. We had which ones else did we have? There's many examples, and yeah, we're just going to talk about this one basically, where we created that failed auction. We raised, we got the back test, and this is more of a swing trade setup because it's on higher time frames. Lower time frames more for scalps, higher time frames for a swing trade, looking for a pretty decent recovery from that entry point, right? So in this case, failed auction, bang, you got above the level, got a major rally. This gives you a nice entry point, and stop loss without a doubt is relatively far away, but you are targeting kind of the highs, right? So this has taken over a week to actually come all the way up to the highs, because we mentioned this a few days ago, guys. A few days ago, we talked about the high probability that Bitcoin was going to go to $63,000, okay, the last few days. And the main reason why is because we have swept the lows of the range, right? You form a range, you got the peak high here, you got the peak low, the lows have been claimed, you're still ranging. So now it's time to claim this high and potentially this high at $62,800, right? Hitting that 63K level. So the highest probability here was the momentum to actually continue. So based on that strategy on higher time frame, you got the failed auction, backtest, rally. On lower time frames, we just had one today, very nice, that was mentioned in the Legends trading community. This swing failure pattern for that quick rejection. It's only taken as a scalp because we're uptrending. We're very likely going to continue to the upside. So any shorts, you need to be bang, in and out, guys. You don't want to fight the trend. The trend is very much strong to the upside, and it looks like we're just going to go to higher levels. So any shorts at crucial pivot levels must be taken as scalps. And if you get that move of $500, $600, $700, you need to just lock those profits, right? So the other one here on the lower time frames, let me just quickly explain that scenario. Okay, this back test, you know, swing failure pattern, back test, failed auction. You got this pivot high right there. You got a major move to the upside, and you back test that level and it comes to the downside. This scenario is something very similar that happened today, right? Why? You got these pivot highs, right? And it was a quick one. Look at these pivot highs that have been respected during the last couple of weeks. This is the $61,800, right? So if we do get a trend right there, we know that if we do create a swing failure pattern, that level is likely going to get back tested to give you a potential scalp short position, right? This ain't a kind of short position that I would say, okay, it's going to get that swing failure pattern and we are targeting $56,000. No, absolutely not. You're targeting the VWAP. This is only an acceptable scalp. The trend is to the upside. We could have one attempt, and then on the next attempt, we're just going to blast through. So this ain't a level to look for a swing trade. It's just a major scalp. So let me explain that scenario that was mentioned today in the Discord. Basically, you can see that trend line over here. Look at the trend line. Look at the price action here on the lower time frames. That right over here with these wicks is the back test. That is the back test from that level. So you pump through quite successfully. Then you get this red candle. After this red candle and getting that acceptance beneath the level, what happens? Then you need to flip into, okay, I would be interested in a back test from this zone, and you're basically targeting the VWAP. VWAP is target zones for scalpers on many markets, not only Bitcoin, on, you know, even on futures stocks. Okay, so VWAP is your target zone, and it's not a huge massive risk to reward, but that is the back test. That is your entry point. Stop at the high and look at the VWAP, okay, for your take profit zones. Of course, if you smash through the VWAP, then even better, you're just locking in some, you know, better profits. So that was the quick scalp swing failure pattern from that $61,800 that was mentioned in the Discord. Now, let's go right away with the long setup levels, okay? Because we are at resistance right now. We are at resistance. I would expect the price to break out, but hey, we cannot expect things when we're trading and we're doing analysis, right? Overall, I would expect the breakout, and I would expect $63,000 to be hit. If not in the next coming hours, then after a major rejection, and then obviously climb here to the upside to then hit that level, as we are still continuing this very strong uptrend, right? So let's talk about that level, because I want you to be ready at certain levels. I know a lot of people are impatient and they want to trade right now. They want to just jump into a short or jump into a long. Just want to be very, very cautious with the longs. I mean, obviously this could absolutely smash. We could go through some Elliott wave theory scenarios, because this actually looks very, very bullish. This is very three wavy right there. Look at, I mean, this scenario is really corrective. This was actually an acceptable long trade, just purely based on this three wave structure, right? You formed a little bit of a quick ABC right there. ABC, sweeping up the lows. You were forming bullish CVD divergence from all of these pivots, okay? Higher lows on the price action, lower lows on the CVD as we were getting that leg down. Yeah, you got those lower lows slightly, slightly on the rest of exchanges. So those bullish CVD divergence were there. They were there right there on the rest of exchanges. Very, very quick, very, very aggressive, quick failed auction from that high. And yeah, let me just quickly explain why this was actually an acceptable quick long position, right? It was just based on the bullish CVD divergence, a quick three wave structure. Very aggressive, of course. It was a big pump and dump. Overall, I did not talk about this long position. Okay, I'm just looking at it right now, saying it would have been an aggressive quick long. But overall, this short was very, very good, mentioned in the Discord. So let's go through the higher time frame levels, okay? Because I don't like a second back test, right? You might think, are we gonna second back test this level? I think this is without a doubt too aggressive to take a short position. I would really not be interested personally in taking any shorts at this area. Could it reject? Absolutely yes. I'm interested in the first back test of the swing failure pattern. So if you do come up, you get the corrective move and you back test the level, that is good. But if you come back up to that level, I'm really not interested in the second test, guys. That really lowers the probability in coming down, even though it is possible, but it does lower the probability in actually breaking down. Okay, so going on the higher time frame, just in case we do get that breakdown, there's a major level of confluence that was mentioned in the Discord today that I'm going to share with you right away, because it would still be very much valid if we were to come down there, because you will panic if the price of Bitcoin suddenly drops down to 60,000, right, or 59,500. You are likely going to panic at this level. You're right. You're going to get the drop. Oh my goodness, this is it. Massive trap, bull trap, and we're just going to get a huge, massive corrective move. Now, when we take a look at this level, this is the level where we have insane amount of confluence. I'm not sure if we're going to hit that level. I would only be interested in that level if we do not take 62,800. Okay, so if in the next coming hours we do manage to get to 63k, I'm not going to be interested in that long position that I'm going to share right away. Okay, as long as we are below and we haven't tapped this high from the 8th of August, it will be a very much valid long position. Okay, and I'm going to explain in detail how I would want to approach that trading setup. Okay, so let's just imagine or just believe, right, or just look at the scenario of, hey, the price is moving down very aggressively in the next coming hours, right? It's like, whoa, what's going on, right? Dropping almost $2,000, and it's like, oh my goodness. We need to understand, right, a few things. We are very much still in a strong uptrend momentum during the last few days, right? Since the 15th of August, we have been creating higher lows. We do have that higher low support trend line. So we can see this area as a good level of support. And this is uptrending, right? Most of the times we would want to go with the trend, right? We do want to go with the trend. The trend is your friend. Could this be the level that we break down? I don't know. So this is why we need to pay attention to this area, just in case we get that quick little long squeeze where we just drop $1,500 to $2,000. We know that that does happen on Bitcoin. We do get those big major drops, okay? And then we consolidate, we find proof of support. We looked at that long position the other day on the live stream. Then we got the rally. So I would be expecting something similar, maybe even faster than this price action. Okay, so we are having the higher low support, right? We are up trending. We cannot fight the trend, especially if we are at support. Will this be a successful breakout? Well, we will know just minutes after hitting that level. Just minutes after hitting that level, we will realize if we are getting acceptance above this crucial pivot right over here. Now, when we do take a look at the fixed volume profile, and I know, guys, the price is bullish, and I do expect the price to go to 63k. Okay, so we don't know if we're going to get that quick little long squeeze, but we need to be prepared for that scenario, because then it happens out of nowhere, right? And then we're like, oh, what a major quick long squeeze, and then the price recovers and finally takes $63,000. So we just need to be ready. We need to have the plan ready. And this is why I'm sharing this plan that I do have. The short trade plan, scalp, played out already. Okay, so we need to talk about the long one. Now, higher low support trend line. When we take a look at the fixed volume profile from the entire range here of the last 2-3 weeks, right, from the 8th of August, we do have the point of control right over here, which is at $59,100. Point of control, very strong level, okay? Yes, we are above value area high. Yes, we've been flipping it as support. Yes, we could just continue to the upside, guys, okay? But this would be another long position, right? Maybe some people have been longing right over here and they haven't been taking profits at the highs, and maybe the price is just going to quickly get them out and then get the rally in the next 1 to 2 days, okay? So it's obviously a very good plan, guys. Just sweep up the higher lows from this range of the last 2 days and then get the recovery, as we do have crucial levels of support. Higher low support, right? Number one thing, uptrending. We got the point of control right over there, and we do have this pivot low and this pivot low. Now the question is, which one will be the liquidity grab sweep? Will it be this one, or will it be this one right over here? Okay, I prefer the lowest one. I prefer the most scary one, the one that looks like that it's breaking down the trend line. Okay, the one that looks like it's breaking down for that fake out and that reclaim of the levels and start continuing to the upside. So it's going to be aggressive. You're going to be in panic mode. But overall, the risk management is great and the projection is extremely good as well. Just like the projection and the risk management from that long trading setup that was mentioned here just a few days ago. We were projecting $61,000. This played out very, very nicely. Even this one right over here would give you a higher risk to reward. So what I would be looking at here, to be honest, in a nutshell, we got we got 3 clear pivots where we can take a look at Fibonacci. Okay, 3 clear pivots. We got the pivot low of the range sitting at $56,000. We got the next higher low at $57,800, and we got the next one at $58,500. These are very crucial pivots, right? They're just a clear pivot, to take a look on the higher time frame at the Fibonacci retracement, right? So when we take a look at the lowest one right there to the pivot high, we do have the 382 Fibonacci retracement right over here in between these 2 pivots, okay? We do have from this Fibonacci retracement down here to the high, we do have the 50% Fibonacci, which is at the 382 as well. Okay, they're in confluence, 50% and 382 from this pivot and from this pivot. And when we take a look at the next pivot, of course, we do have the 618 also at that range. Okay, I know it looks very messy at the moment, but there it is, the 618, the 50%, and the 382. That all of these Fibonacci confluent levels are sitting in between this pivot low and this pivot low. So you will be forming higher low support, you'll be forming higher lows, and if the price suddenly out of nowhere, guys, because this is a dangerous zone to do anything, you know, for me right now, as we did get that quick failed auction backtest and drop very quickly a couple of hours ago, now is the moment where the price could just push through, okay, or it could actually get a quick long squeeze. All right, and we want to be ready for that long squeeze because you're very much in an uptrend momentum, right? Why would this finish the uptrend momentum, even though if you do get that drop in the next coming hours? There's no reason to believe so. So will it be the one that breaks down? Maybe yes, but this is why I want to talk about this, the next scenario, right? This is how we need to react at this certain level, because when we do get those reactions, okay, we got a fast drop here, fast drop, missed out on that short, okay? I did not get into this short position, but I did get into a long position here, did get into a long position here. And this one I missed out very much, but this was a, you know, it was actually a pretty clear short position, just like this one yesterday as well. Same scenario yesterday. This was not mentioned, okay? I gotta clear that. This was not mentioned in the Discord, but it was actually a back test of a failed auction. Look at this. You create the failed auction, you back test it, you come down very aggressively. So this happened on the lower time frames here. So yeah, talking about this range, looking at this range over here, what I would want to see is that failed auction, and it is unlikely that the price will create a V-shaped recovery, right? Sometimes it does, but sometimes it gets a reaction at least for a few minutes, right? Give or take 10, 20, 30 minutes. It should get a pretty nice reaction. So I am looking at the possible long squeeze. If it does happen, right, we might just smash through here, guys. But if it does happen, say that we do not break through and then we start correcting down in the next coming hours, the levels that I am looking at is liquidity grab beneath this low, and if this low does not hold, I would be looking for the next one, and this one would be crucial. That will be the moment that you believe that the trend is breaking. But I really do see a high chance that the price is actually going to recover. It will be a fake out liquidity grab, but I need to see the fake out, right? I need to see the price after hitting that level to reclaim it, right? So actually hit the level and start reclaiming either this high, and this would be an aggressive long, but it's very much acceptable. You got the point of control, you got all of the fib levels from all of these pivots, right? It would be an aggressive long, but you got the point of control of the entire range. So that would be the kind of the fake out level that you would have to look for a swing failure pattern. And the trend is up, especially if you haven't hit this high. If we hit $62,800, this long position will be invalidated already, in my opinion, right? And the main reason why it's invalidated, because you've already swept the highs, right? The whole reason why of this long position is to come up and finally hit the 62,800, finally getting to $63,000. If we do hit that level in the next coming hours, I'm no longer interested in this long position because we already claimed the highs of the range. What happens when you claim a high or a low of the range? Okay, right over here, you claim the lows, you come all the way up to the range highs. So if you already claim that level, for me, it could be dangerous. We could be actually getting into a pretty nasty pullback, right, from that level. Even though I would expect higher levels. Okay, this is really not much resistance, and after such a long consolidation, I really would expect a breakout. Okay, when you've been ranging for several weeks, okay, when you've been ranging for several weeks like this, huge massive consolidation, right, inside a very squeezed zone, only in between $62,000 and $58,000 for several weeks here, you could expect a significant breakout of several $1,000s. Okay, so this is going to be a dangerous zone to take any shorts, believing that it's going to double top from here. Okay, this is no zone to play around with short positions, guys. Let the price be. Okay, if you're not already in some long positions and taking advantage of that pump, this is the kind of zone that will get wrecked a lot of people, because you could be waking up tomorrow morning, and if you entering a short or have short limit orders at this zone, right, you're going to wake up and the price might be at 65, 66k, right? And if you're using over 20x leverage, then yeah, forget about it. You will be getting liquidated. Okay, so this is really not an area that you want to play around with any limit short areas. Could you be lucky and get all of the limit levels triggered and then the price is correcting down? But that is pure luck, right? That is pure luck. We do not trade based on luck. So this is not a zone that I would put any limit orders, right? Because the price could just absolutely rocket, okay? All the way up to 65,000, 65,500 range. And you may ask me, why do I think that this zone, right, would be a zone where the price is going to pump that much? Based on resistance, there is no strong resistance above $63,000 till we actually get to around about $65,000 to $66,000. Starting off with the 7/8 Fibonacci from the highs to the lows. Starting off with the Fibonacci retracement from the highs of the 29th of July to the pivot low here of Monday, last Monday, right? Well, not last Monday, the Monday 2 weeks ago, the 5th of August. If you get above successfully the 618, the 65, the golden pocket, and the naked point of control from the 2nd of August, which is just slightly above that high, which is at 63,200, it is a rejection level. Don't get me wrong. It could reject. We could hit the level and get acceptance back below, and you could get a back test, okay? These levels could get back tested, guys. We love back tests because it's basically acceptance back below the level. You could hit this high, sweep it, get back below, back test it, and then come back down, just like we did today as well, very locally at this range. We you know, explaining very much a lot of back test levels, right? Failed auction, back test. You got the one right over here also happening yesterday. You got this crucial pivot high on a higher time frame. You just test it on Wednesday, and you back tested it here on Thursday, right? Failed auction, back test. So you could back test this level if it fails to break out, and then have a movement to the downside. It is possible. It is without a doubt possible. You just need to see the rejection. You need to see the rejection and the back test. If you do not get the rejection, and if you don't get the rejection, then we go in higher, right? Simple as that. So the next, you know, if we do break through, like I was explaining, this naked point of control, guys, there's an empty gap here. Empty gap with absolutely nothing. There's an empty gap. You've got a fast move down here, right? There's really not much going on. So it's not a zone where I would be playing around with massive limit short positions, because the price could just really take off here. And you'll be underwater and you'll be panicking, right? I would remain patient. I'm very much aware that it could slice through very easily through this level. And the best level of interest that I do have on higher time frames is that $65,500. This was explained on yesterday's live stream, but anybody that is actually joining in here on this live stream today, then obviously, you know, you're going to get that as a bonus, right? Well, this is already something that a major level that was mentioned yesterday. We got a possible Gartley harmonic pattern, okay? Possible Gartley harmonic pattern, beautiful. And this is hitting the Fibonacci levels to the T, okay? This is hitting the Fibonacci levels to the T. You might think, what is a harmonic pattern? Well, anybody that is not aware here of a Gartley pattern, it is a harmonic pattern. It is purely based on Fibonacci levels, where from X to A, you get the retracement forming the B to the 618 Fibonacci. This is what happened here very, very nicely, as you can see on the B. And then you get that pullback and you have a little bit of a range here. You have in between 382 and 0.88. So the C wave is not the most important. You got a large range. Most important is the B and the D. And the D is the 7/8 Fibonacci from X to A. Now, not only because I've drawn this pattern over here, you might believe, just because of this pattern that you've drawn based on Fibonacci, it doesn't mean that it needs to play out. But the good thing about this harmonic pattern right over here is the lower highs that we have right over there. We got some beautiful lower highs for us to create a swing failure pattern, a liquidity grab, and that rejection. Very, very nice level to look for that short position. And this will not be easy. It won't be as easy as hit the level, reject, and then short stop loss at the high and expect a huge major corrective move, which could be the case. It could happen. Very much aware of that. But what can happen on lower time frames is that level is going to be very difficult, meaning that you could hit the level, get the first rejection, then potentially either back test it or create another top, another local double top. Okay, it's going to get difficult. It's going to get confusing, just like the one that happened right over here on the 29th of July. This was very hard indeed, but we did manage to short that level. We did manage to short it, okay, because it was creating some double, triple tops, right? Very wicky. We were realizing the resistance here at this level, right, at $70,000. Managed to jump into that short position very successfully, managing risk. This is what could happen here. It's going to be interesting, very interesting. It's a level that could get choppy. It could get disturbing. And but it is the level that could bring us down very aggressively days, weeks after hitting it. Okay, if the price needs to reverse from this uptrend, it is going to happen at this area of the $65,000-$66,000 range. If it needs to reject, it needs to happen here, and we will detect that exhaustion at those levels. Okay, it can double top, it can triple top. It can create one quick swing failure pattern from this level and already get quick rejection. Maybe come back test it, or come back up and create another double top and then roll down. It's going to be an interesting zone, guys, but this is the area where I would be expecting that major pullback of a few $1,000s. Of course, that is a swing trade. It will very likely take several days, potentially even a couple of weeks, because the overall target zone of this 𝗬𝗏, and of course this makes sense as well as a possible ABC, right? When you're taking a look at Elliott wave theory, this could also be, let me just clean the chart a little bit here, guys, because they've got, too many levels and too many stuff. It would also be a kind of a three-wave structure here. The question is, will this be a wave 1, this a wave 2, this a wave 3? Well, in my opinion, that is not going to be the case. And there's only one main reason why. The only bullish case scenario that could happen here regarding Elliott wave theory, you need to understand this, guys, it's a little bit more complex, is forming a possible contracting diagonal, right? Meaning that you are forming an 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the only possible scenario here for the bullish case. You cannot form a wave 1, and I will explain why, guys. You cannot form a wave 1 here. This is the wave 2, and a massive explosive wave 3, okay, going all the way up to the 1.618 extension. This cannot happen. This cannot happen in the next coming days. And the main reason why, it's very simple. It's very simple if you understand the basics of Elliott wave theory. Why can't this be a wave 1, wave 2, and right now we're going to form a wave 3? Let me know if anybody knows in the comment section, based on Elliott wave theory, somebody that has a little bit of knowledge on Elliott wave theory, why can't we form, okay, a normal impulsive move to the upside? And the only bullish case scenario here would be a contracting diagonal. yeah, probably we're not going to get much answers on that because Elliott wave, you know, can be very, very complex. It's purely based on this wave one. On this wave one, what has happened here? We've only had 3 waves. We've only had 3 waves here. And on a wave one, you would want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want an impulsive move, if you would have to have 5 waves on this move. And a contracting diagonal is based on 3, 3, 3. Okay? It's based on 3 wave moves. So we cannot shoot through. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but we will unlikely go to $72,000 and all-time high on the next leg up. We are going to see some heavy, heavy resistance and some heavy, heavy rejections. And that is purely based on this. This is all the data that we need regarding the next move to the upside. So, yeah, the only bullish case would be a contracting diagonal, unfortunately, which is still good. I mean, don't get me wrong. If we do form that contracting diagonal, right? If we do form that contracting diagonal, where we're forming a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5, then obviously you would be looking at a pullback here, right? In a wave 2, and then getting a massive rally, right? We'll analyze the situation. If we do form kind of 5 waves up here, we'll be looking at the bearish case scenarios. We will know, okay, as soon as we start retracing down and getting a pump here, we will know the next movements and the next projections. Of course, this is too soon to talk about because, yeah, we have the WXY scenario. We have the bearish case scenario, which is basically looking for a corrective structure right there, right, in a three wave move, right, and then roll down. So the level to get the rejection here, guys, is $65,000 to $66,000. It can be wiki, it can be complex, but that is the zone where I will be in a short position if I am awake and I'm not sleeping, analyzing the local price action, obviously, with the Legends trading community on Discord. It is the level of rejection. I'm very much aware that this level will reject several $1,000s. However, how can we trade it? Well, we need to be looking at that level, right? Because it might be wiki, it might stop you out, and it might just leave without you. But we'll be ready for the different scenarios happening here at this zone, okay? So the higher time frame here, next level for the long guys, that is the crucial level of resistance. It's without a doubt, it's the golden ticket zone. This is the golden ticket zone. Extremely high probability rejection at $65,000, $66,000 area. There's also a weekly naked point of control, okay, above, right? Anybody that's not aware of a weekly naked point of control, it is basically the week that we had right over here, the last week of July. When we go to the weekly time frame, anybody, because I like to explain as well, anybody that is new into trading, right? We get a lot of new people joining that are beginners and that are new subscribers, and they want to know, this quick stuff. So I like to just quickly give that brief explanation. This weekly God candle to the downside, very, very aggressive. When we do take a look at the fixed volume profile, when we put on here the fixed volume profile into this huge, large candle, right? The highest volume node on the volume profile from this very aggressive move to the downside that we had the last week of July, the first week of August, right? This was like from the 29th to the 5th of August, basically, to the 4th of August. This weekly candle, the highest volume node is at $66,380. Sorry, $66,348. The highest volume node from this week, which is huge. This is a weekly naked point of control. You don't want to mess. You don't want to mess with that level. That level is going to be a tough nut to crack. Okay. Of course, that level is slightly above. That level is slightly above, legends. That swing failure pattern level, okay? So could the price get aggressive into that level? Could the price actually get above 66,500 and pump another $800 and hit that weekly naked point of control and then create the failed auction? We're going to have to analyze basically what happens here. Taking a look at bearish CVD divergence, proof of resistance. I don't mind entering a little late into the short trade because this will be a swing short position. I would be expecting, you know, at least a pullback down to round about the highs of this range, right? So yeah, give or take $62,000 area. That's already a drop of over $3,000. Based on, will you be forming a contracting diagonal here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or will you be forming this corrective structure in a, you know, in an ABC and then rolling back down, right? Or WXY and then rolling down. It doesn't matter. The rejection is there. The rejection on that level is highly, highly likely. So we're going to be remaining patient because, you know, we don't want to fight a major pump into the level of resistance. It might just blast through, right? We don't really know till we actually get there and see the rejection, see the consolidation. Guys, quick reminder, if you are interested in trading, Bybit for me is the #1 crypto trading platform. They have an insane bonus down below, which is a 20% discount, okay, on fees. And there's also the $30,000 bonus. However, if you cannot trade on Bybit based on KYC, based on restriction, you do have bluffing. It's a no KYC platform. And you do have $80,000 deposit bonus, guys. Bluffing is one of the most legit no KYC platforms because they have proof of reserves, okay? Very important. Check out Bluffing, guys, where you can trade crypto. You have the link down below to get that exclusive bonus for the community. Now, that is basically the levels here, guys. I think where we're currently at right now is a dangerous zone. We already got a quick back test before, and we got the rejection. We're very much uptrending, so I'm very much aware that the price could just follow through right now, or it could get that long squeeze. If we get the long squeeze and we get a sweep of the higher lows of the last couple of days, that is the moment that I will not panic. We need to understand that we are still in uptrend momentum. Why would I believe that this movement down is going to be the one that breaks down, especially if you haven't hit that high of $62,800? This high needs to be hit in the next coming days. So I am very much interested in that reaction, and we need the reaction, guys. You will not see me entering a long position beneath the levels, okay? Because that is when it becomes dangerous. That is when I will have people saying, you said that this level was going to get a bounce, okay? So what I suggest here is, because of this that could happen, is set the alerts and check the reaction. The price action needs to get the acceptance back above those lows. And it doesn't really matter entering slightly late here. Stop loss, your risk to reward all the way up here to the highs is still very, very good. And this might be the one that breaks out and follows through because you're following the momentum. It doesn't matter entering a little late. It's better to enter late with proof of support, okay? Proof of support, reclaiming certain levels. Because if you try to catch the falling knife and catch the lowest level possible, it's a problem of risk management here. That is when you are trading emotionally, you're trying to catch the falling knife. Where is your stop loss? Where is your stop loss if you're catching a falling knife? Will it be beneath this low potentially? I mean, if you want to take the chance, make sure to manage risk if you're trying to catch a falling knife. Or the best option always is looking at a reclaim. Realize that you have not managed to push through that level. We are talking about the $59,900 to the $60,000 range. That is the zone where I want to see the price jumping back up and reclaiming those lows, right? getting back above the higher low support. You do have the point of control of the entire range, so it's going to be it's going to be very tough for the bears to break through that level. And that reaction already will be good for me to analyze and get into a long position with good risk and actually target the highs at $62,800. That would be the projection. And it's all got to do with finding proof of support, forming local bullish CVD divergence, and basically entering that trade scenario. Very similar like we saw the last few days that was mentioned on YouTube. We were actually analyzing this area live right over here, talking about the invalidation level of the bears where you should have your stop loss, either if you're entering along here or you're entering along here on the wick. I know Philip, I'm not sure if he is in the comment section, got into the falling knife, and he actually but he did know the invalidation, right? It was paying attention on the invalidation. Have your stop loss here. If this plays out, okay, and the bump and run pattern does play out, we are going above $61,000, and that is what happened. And the risk to reward here was massive. The risk to reward here from this long trade was absolutely incredible, right? So that would be the scenario here, guys. It's a matter of being patient. The price could definitely just break through, guys. Okay, we're very much strong. Okay, this would only be a possible long squeeze. It's not guaranteed to happen, and we might just follow through here. If we follow through, then it's, you know, you're gonna have to be looking at long scalps potentially, but you know, long scalps are very, very aggressive without a doubt as well. You know, you just need to put stop losses above the last higher low and take a look at the local CVD divergence, which we can do right now on the live stream. Okay, we can do some short-term lower time frame analysis to take a look at some possible scalp setups if you want to try and kind of jump into the long positions, but the price is very much just uptrending very nicely on the lower time frame. So let's just get some levels out of the way, clean the chart here. Hopefully you have enjoyed that brief explanation, guys. Brief explanation on the levels, how to trade them. We've got a beautiful range right over here. This naked point of control is not going to be easy. We could slice through the level. Shorts are really going to be very dangerous at this zone, because if it does manage to push through, we will move a couple of $1,000. And obviously the epic long position would be this one right over here, right? If we were to not manage to hit this high in the next coming hours, which I think has high probability that we could be just hitting that high, guys. We could be just breaking through. But if it does not and we get the pullback, that will be the next last chance, right, to get into another long. Well, not a next last chance. I mean, if you're looking for a swing trade, because I did long here at this level and I just took profit here, you know, do I regret not holding some of that level, holding some of that trade? No, because it was a day trade. It was looking at a level of take profit, you know, in and out. So, you know, I wasn't looking for a swing trade. I wasn't looking for the price to break through. So basically, you know, they're day trades. But this could be the swing trade right there. If we do get that liquidity grab, this would actually maybe take a couple of days till it actually breaks through. It's without a doubt. The target zone is the highs here. Let's just keep it simple, because if you're hoping for the price to break through here, I'm going to hold this long trade to $66,000. Then you do not know if you're going to double top from this high. You know, you might hit the high, get a pullback, you might think it's going to bounce, but then the price just does not find support and it starts breaking levels, and you entered that long and you did not take profit where you should have taken profit, right? Just like the long trade that was mentioned a couple of days ago on the live stream, the take profit was clear. It was sweeping the highs here, 61k plus. If you longed here, you know, what if this rejection right over here would have come all the way down to the lows? You would have regretted not taking profits. You know, the take profit zone is the highs, guys. We like it or not. So if that high is not claimed and we come down, the take profit from that long is this high, because we don't know if we're going to break it. We don't know if it's going to break through. So yeah, just a few little tips there, guys, on also be aggressive taking the profits. You know, I never regret of, you know, jumping into a long position And then after, 4 or 5 days, the price action is at $65,000. It's like, oh, I should have held that long trade of 59. No, because it was a day trade. It was a day trade. My strategy was hitting this high over here, and that was the take profit zone. So no regrets ever of I should have got more profits. You have your target zones, you have your stop loss, right? Let's go through the comment section right away. Say hello. The Elliot wave is pain in the ass. The Elliot wave analysis is a pain in the ass, without a doubt. It's very, very complex, especially this corrective structure that we have formed the last couple of weeks. This is very, very complex. Getting a dry throat here, guys. Sorry about that. Yes. Why Ethereum is not pumping like BTC says Mohammed. Mariela, thanks for joining. I can see you right over there. Aditya also. 134 likes, guys. What is going on with the like button? I don't know. What do I need to do for you to smash the like button, guys? It's not, there's something wrong here with the like button. Something is wrong, guys. Smash it up for the algorithm. It's not very hard to do, guys. You just need to scroll down. Just need to scroll down, right? And you just need to click this button right over here. Right over there. It's very easy to do, guys. The strategy is to scroll down with the mouse, right? Scroll down and smash the little thumbs up button that you have there, right? And then we in for the profit with the like button. Very easy strategy. Scroll down with the mouse and just smash that thumbs up button to hit a like. It's very easy. 𝗕𝗶𝗵𝗴𝗫, thank you very much, my man. It's easier than liking random chicks on Instagram. Yeah, I know. That is true. 20 likes for you, says 𝗖𝗿𝗆. Okay, why isn't Ethereum? Okay, I got someone asking about Ethereum. We got many altcoins. ICP pumping. ICP is one of them that I would consider buying. I know it's a very, very good project. I'm going to hope that we are going to get one more leg down and we are going to consolidate here in the next coming weeks. And once we claim this low, I will buy ICP. If we pump from here, I'm just going to say I missed the boat. But I'm going to, my strategy here is we claim this low, I'm going to buy. I don't want to FOMO in here on buys. Just like I didn't the last few months, guys. I'm not sure if you guys remember, anybody that was a subscriber already. I was saying, guys, I'm not buying here in March and April. I am not buying altcoins. This has been the first leg up. I would be expecting a corrective move. In the corrective move is where I would reaccumulate again. And we had that corrective move. So I'm gonna wait patiently. I do think that we could get a little bit of a descending wedgie structure, right? And claim the low again, and bit of sideways boring momentum, get people bored, crypto is dead, all of that nonsense, right? Just like we did right over here, and then skyrocket. Suddenly we got a lot of interest, people about crypto, right? With the pump. We want to go against that. We want to go against that, guys, right? When it comes back down, oh my God, crypto's dead, major crash again. Then that will be the moment to reaccumulate, because without a doubt, I already like this kind of momentum. You got the major drop, boom, boom, little bounce. I would be expecting a much larger wedgie structure here to be forming in the next coming weeks till we actually just finally break out very aggressively again. So it's already a good zone to accumulate. But what's happening with Ethereum? What's happening with Ethereum that is not pumping that much? I think Ethereum is very much insanely bullish, guys, on a higher time frame. I mean, for accumulation, I think this $2,000 low $2,000 level is a great zone. I don't think the price action of Ethereum will successfully break down from this low over here. And it all has to do with Elliot wave theory. I think we are very much still inside of a third wave of the bull run. And that is purely based on this right over here. 1, 2, and we do have another 1-2 inside, okay, here, that has formed just the third wave. And this has been a very aggressive fourth wave, almost touching the wave 1, but just a gentle tap is very much valid. I would not want to see an overlap of that wave 1 here, because then it's not going to be looking good. So I mean, this was the ultimate level. Hopefully we are going to get a corrective move. I'll explain a scenario here on Ethereum if we do correct from this level, because this has to be the low. This wick has to be the low in this bull run. So yeah, I mean, it might just pump from here. If that low had to be in, hopefully what we do have here is a contracting diagonal on Ethereum, right? Where you have 5 waves to the upside. So that is already a good sign. You got a really nice contracting diagonal. The question is here on Ethereum, where would be the epic long position? If maybe this was the corrective move already. Very, very quick, very, very shallow, but already hitting the 382, right? Which is, very much acceptable. Yeah, already hitting the 382. It's already correcting a minimum requirement. I wouldn't believe that this was the corrective move just based on the timing. It was very, very quick. But if it is going to break through here from this high, yeah, what would be ideal for a long position is getting back, sweeping up the lows here, because then you would be looking at an A, B, C kind of move right there, and then a leg to the upside. But of course, altcoins are popping, Bitcoin is popping. You would just see Ethereum lagging behind, right? So I do think that if Bitcoin does continue to break above 63K, without a doubt, it's just gonna, obviously it's gonna take those highs at some point, right, in the next coming days. So if that were to be the case, I would have to come to the conclusion that this was the corrective structure, and there's just double 1-2s here. Very disturbing sideways momentum, without a doubt. But we'll have to come to the conclusion that, yeah, they're just basically gonna have that leg up here in the next coming days. Now the question is, obviously, we're looking at Bitcoin. I do expect Bitcoin to actually reject very strongly from this level, as mentioned. Okay, I would expect Ethereum to reject very strongly at this area. I'm looking at a kind of an WXY here. Or a contracting diagonal, right? Like I mentioned before, it's the only option based on the 3 waves that we have here. So would expect a pretty decent pullback at this range. So if Ethereum does get that breakout to the upside from the local highs of the range here, I would have to do the analysis looking at the naked point of control and the different scenarios, right? Because it's just going to be, I'm not going to do that on this live stream. But I would want to get something ready, guys. Smash up the like button if you want me to do full analysis on levels and scenarios on Ethereum, because, hey, it doesn't take 10 minutes. I'm sorry. When I analyze the charts, I'm looking at hours of levels and scenarios, right? I don't make up the chart, right? I don't come up here with, suddenly out of nowhere, the harmonic pattern that could be here, the naked point of controls, the weekly naked point of control, the daily, the different waves and scenarios. It doesn't happen in a matter of minutes, all right? There's research and analysis here behind this, and obviously on Ethereum, I cannot, it's going to take a long time on the stream. So I would want to have something ready for the stream and just spit it out there, guys, so you got the information, in 10 minutes, right? So smash up the like button, guys. Let me know in the comment section. Do you want full technical analysis on the projections and levels on Ethereum by tomorrow, guys? Let me know, because I will get that ready tomorrow morning, and I will spit it out, the pure technicals on Ethereum tomorrow, guys. Full analysis. 300 likes. Let's go, Tom Crown. We have not done a collaboration yet, my man. Very, very disappointed. Smash up the like button for Tom Crown. Go and check him out, guys. Tom Crown does live streams almost every single day. He has insane technical analysis, great educational content on his YouTube channel as well, guys. Go and check him out if you don't already. Tom Crown, he is in here in the comment section. Shout out to you, my man. Tom Powell, you damn man. He's the man, that is for sure. That would be great, Andy. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to do full analysis, guys, on Ethereum. It's going to be just for you guys. If you are new, make sure to subscribe to the channel because I will be doing full Ethereum analysis with levels. The only full analysis video that we did on Ethereum with a live trade was, I can't even remember. It was a few weeks ago. I think it was, yeah, it was this level right over here. I probably have those levels still on the chart, but that's on Bybit. That was a few weeks ago, the last week of July. The last week of July, where we talked about the level where Ethereum was likely going to get a bounce, guys. And we were actually doing a live on the 25th of July. You can check out that live stream. Getting into a live trade because the analysis was looking so good. All of the planets were aligning here. We had the 618 Fibonacci at that level. We had a daily level at that zone. Daily level, weekly level? I mean, I haven't got it on the chart right now because I deleted it, but I think we had a naked point of control. Yeah, there it is. We had a naked point of control here at that level, the 618 Fibonacci. I think we had a daily level or a weekly level. I don't know. There's a lot going on at that zone. Yeah, it was a daily level, as you can see on the chart. So we had that daily close and open that was untapped. You know, getting that beautiful reaction right over there. You know, this was epic. It was an epic bounce that we did get of over 10%, right? Just under 10%. Really nice bounce there on Ethereum. So yeah, we can get all of those levels. We can get the charts ready on the different scenarios where the price could bounce if we do reject, where the price could reject, right? Target zones, you know the deal, right? Just as we do with Bitcoin, but on Ethereum as well. So then we got Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we're doing that full analysis, right? That would be absolutely epic. Great info, Kalayarasan. Thank you very much. You are love, Andy. Please do that for Ethereum. I will get Ethereum, guys. I will do full analysis on Ethereum for tomorrow's live stream, and I will spit it out, everything, guys. I will get everything out. The Living Monk looks like BTC is struggling with 61,800. The Living Monk, it does look like very much it is. It is back testing that level again. I don't like this. Wow. Let me take a look at CVD here, because we are forming insane bearish CVD divergence, guys. There is insane bearish CVD divergence. There is a lot of people longing here on Bybit. You can see that on the order flow. There is a lot of long positions entering here on Bybit at this zone. You got 6.9 million here, 4.9, you got 6.5, 3.6, and that is creating some very crucial bearish CVD divergence. They might get squeezed out. They might get squeezed out. Big high highs on the CVD. And who knows? I don't like the short here personally. I don't like the short. This quick back test was definitely the one to get into, right? This was the one to get into. I don't like this one because maybe, you know, it's maybe just going to push through out here, guys. It's just maybe going to push out. And we might get a lot of longs entering, just pushing the price to the upside. But yeah, we basically back tested this high at 61,800. That was already back tested. The first back test is acceptable in my opinion. The second one, no. First one, yes. First one is acceptable for a scalp short. Claim the lows, claim the VWAP. That is fine. First swing failure pattern, back test down. The second one, building up like this with this momentum. No, thank you. No gracias. Yeah, without a doubt, it is not as a level that I would short, even though if we do have bearish CVD divergence, just because you've tackled the level already and you back tested it, and now you're tackling the level again with an ascending triangle. I think there is a high chance it's going to pop out, okay, even though it looks like it's struggling. For me, it wouldn't be a trading zone at the moment, not either for a long. I mean, if you want to speculate on a long, well, you know the deal. I'm not a huge fan of speculating breakouts because I'm very much aware of fake outs as well, right? But if you wanted to speculate the long, without a doubt, the only way to do so is having good risk management. But with those bearish CVD divergence, it's not a trade that I would personally take. Just follow the uptrend, right? If you're forming an uptrend with higher lows, it is struggling with that back test. It looks like it wants to squeeze out though, but you know the deal. You just have to manage risk. But it's not a trade that I would personally take. We've got a lot of longs entering here at this level that could get squeezed out. Big bearish CVD divergence. Nah. Not a fan. Bitcoin pumping, yeah, it does have a high chance in smashing through, okay? We have tested this level several times already this last couple of weeks, right? So you got a test, you got a test, you got a test, you got the test today, you got the back test today already, and we are testing it again. And you basically in a very strong uptrend. So it's like, is it going to break? Is it going to break this time? If it does not break and we get a heavy rejection, guys, we mentioned the long trading plan at this zone, okay? This will not be a reason to be fearful, all right? I know a lot of people will panic if you suddenly get a drop of $2,000, right? Back down below $60,000. Oh my goodness, what's happening? What a major dump. We're still maintaining the momentum to the upside during the last few days. That will be the zone that I will be expecting a failed auction, swing failure pattern, recovery, and I don't mind entering a long trade late, okay? We've got big level. It's going to be a tough nut to crack. I would be expecting support here at this zone. It's just going to be a liquidity grab. That is only if we do not hit the highs here at $62,800. Only if we do not hit these highs, I would get into that long position after this liquidity grab, right? Either this pivot or this pivot. I don't know which one's going to play out. You might hit this one and then you get the acceptance, right? And you're back testing it. Then I would be speculating on that long just to follow the momentum to then finally get that push to the upside. But I do think it's going to happen overnight, guys. I think we are going to get that squeezed. We're going to squeeze out here in the next coming hours. I think it's highly likely. So yeah, I say we dump really quick to clear some late longs. Yeah, without a doubt. There's a lot of longs entering on Bybit, and they are longing into the resistance, right? We are getting a lot of long positions here entering into the resistance, right? There is 6.5 million here just an hour ago, 3.6 million. There's a lot of longs entering right now, which is why we are forming those very strong bearish CVD divergence. So, and it's back testing that 61,800. So it's struggling. It's a level where it either pops or it gets a big long squeeze. So for me, it's a 50-50, right? I don't like to trade a 50-50 probability setup, right? I want more probability on one side to take a decision. And I do see the price just popping out because we've tested so many times. We got the first swing failure pattern and the back test, and now we're hitting it again. It just looks like it wants to pop, or it might be a trap and it just short squeezes here very aggressively. So yeah, not liking the level. I think it just can pop out in the next coming minutes, if not the next coming hours. I say we dump really quick, says Sindagi. Hey bro, look at Jasmy please. Jasmy. I want to take a look at 𝗖, guys. 𝗖 was kind of that Chinese or Japanese, the Japanese Bitcoin. This one's actually this is one that I've been taking a look at the last few days. I wanted to buy some of this cryptocurrency. It had an insane rally, doing over a 10x in between November and March, and a really nice pullback. And yeah, I was considering this one. I really like this area to accumulate, basically. But anyway, let's take a look at Jasmy. Let's take a look at Jasmy right away. And yeah, Jasmy, obviously this huge massive block over here has been getting supported, right? Big block, big volume spike right there. Bit of volatility. I mean, these altcoins, if you want to get into a level, this is big volatility without a doubt. You know, this is the main reason why I don't trade altcoins, because I manage my risk too good, and I just get stopped out at a minor loss because it's just too volatile for me to trade successfully, right? To be consistent. But what happened here on Jasmy is it does look like that we are going to manage to push through from this high. Okay, we got a clear high right there on the daily time frame, and we got this pivot low that's been back tested, right? It's been failed auction, back test, and now it's bouncing back up. So the next scenario here, just keeping it simple, looking at the candlesticks, yeah, we could be looking at a pretty intense breakout here, right? Keeping it simple, the long level was here, the back test, right? You can see here this movement to the upside. You need to speculate on this being a wave 2 or an AB wave, and looking for the rise. Your take profit zone obviously being the highs, but I would expect here either an ABC move, right? Or a 1 or a 1 2 3, right, where it gets very explosive. Now the question is, yeah, I mean, I would expect the 1-to-1 extension to be hit in the next coming days, right, which would be around about 2.6 cents. 1-to-1 extension as a minimum target zone for an ABC or a 1 2 3. So it does look pretty promising that Jasmy could continue pushing through here. Let's take a look at Fibonacci here and the 1 point. Yeah, I think the 618 Fibonacci is where we have the 1-to-1 extension. So without a doubt, that would be the rejection point, the golden pocket. The golden pocket will be the zone where you're likely going to get a reaction and a pullback. It's the 1-to-1 extension, and it's the 618 from this drop. Okay, so this is the zone where you're likely going to react, and it could be the moment where it rolls over. I would remain patient, obviously, to get into the short, but it's the zone where it could get the reaction. You also have that pivot low right there that could basically flip into resistance, right? That's where you're going to struggle on Jasmy. It's slightly below the 618, but it's where the price is going to struggle without a doubt. But it looks pretty good. These highs are going to be claimed in the next coming days without a doubt. The 238 cent level, right, which is this one here, the highs. It looks very good. It's ready to claim that level. Let's go to the lower time frames to analyze what would be a good level to jump into a long. I mean, it's already moving up quite aggressively. Yeah, it would be nice to come down to retest all of these highs it would be really nice. We haven't come down to hit that level. So a sweep of these lows would be ideal. Try and test all of these highs, which have been resistance during the last week. Sweep up these lows, just a quick liquidity grab, get acceptance back above, and look for the long trade to continue the momentum. That would be the trading setup that I would be looking at here. If you're looking at continuation to the upside, obviously I don't want to long at the highs right now. I don't want to short it because it could just continue. But if it, you know, I would set some alerts at this low, and I would take these lows as a liquidity grab, right? Looking at a swing failure pattern from the local lows of today and getting proof of support from all of the highs where we've got rejected during the last week. So you hit the level, you get acceptance back above, and you're looking for the rally continuation. Entry point, stop loss at the low after getting the acceptance above this consolidation area from the lows. Back test it, stop loss, long trigger, you're targeting the highs again. You know, and potentially even higher, right? You might just continue that momentum to the upside. So yeah, that is a scenario here on Jasmy. Just keeping it simple with price action, guys. It is a liquidity game. So you know, we love coming down to the lows and sweeping liquidity, right? We love coming down to these lows and sweeping the liquidity. So this is what we're looking at, right? Come back down to the lows, sweep the lows, acceptance back above, back testing the level, and then off we go again. The price is very much uptrending. So if you do get that small little flash crash, just like we did today, look at this, we were pumping and we got a quick SFP of the lows. I mean, this was very, very quick. I mean, you could arguably discuss that was the move, right? That was the sweep of today's lows. So maybe it has enough power now to go to higher levels because it's already squeezed out those over leveraged long positions that entered on Jasmy. So it's probably already going to follow through because we've already had that move. But if it were to happen again, yeah, you would just have to wait for the same scenario. Set the alerts, get the push down, get acceptance, right? And then, you know, look for that continuation back above. But you could arguably discuss it's already happened, right? When we do zoom in on the lower time frames, we've already got that wick here to the downside, which was the aggressive long. That was the aggressive long here looking at lower time frames that has happened today, right? You're forming nice momentum to the upside. Nice momentum to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. You move up. You sweep up the lows. Very aggressive. Not even back testing it and just rallying right now. But it could happen again. Jumping into a long position now is very aggressive because you could get those wicks, guys. You could get those movements. Have a plan. Create the plan. Remain patient for the long. If this just pumps through now, which is very much likely going to do so, you know, it's just dangerous to jump into longs at the highs, right? Just in case for that you know, quick little long squeeze and then you continue up. So yeah, this would be the best option. Sweep up the lows again, obviously, and look for the continuation up. And if not, we continue up, and this, obviously, we're going to claim those highs. You could get a quick rejection from here. It would be an aggressive, quick scalp. I'm not sure if you're looking to trade this. But yeah, overall, it looks bullish. Even though if you create a swing failure pattern, it's likely going to push through here to hit the 1.618, guys. 1.618 is the area that Jasmy is likely going to hit with the 618 Fibonacci from the highs of July to the lows. It's the zone. It is the projection. So yeah, I would not fight the trend. I would not fight the trend with any shorts. The only short scenario that I see acceptable would be a quick scalp short here from this area. And long in here right now, just stay cautious. You could get those big short squeeze, long squeezes, guys. You could get a quick long squeeze. So just be ready to get into the long squeeze, right? which would be claiming the lows again of the range and seeing proof of support right there. You formed a bit of an inverted head and shoulder here, right? You know, this, yeah, it was actually, yeah, you already formed an inverted head and shoulder pattern right there, right? Kind of an inverted head and shoulder scenario right over here, already breaking through. So yeah, it's just very likely going to come all the way up to those highs in the next coming hours. That is the target zone. So yeah, Jasmy to hit these highs in the next coming hours, potentially, maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight. It's just breaking through here very aggressively. So yeah, the momentum is going to continue on Jasmy here. Not much more to say. Bitcoin's broken through. Bitcoin's broken through already as we speak. No, I mean, yeah, like there was that possibility of entering a long trade, guys, with the stop loss at the lows. I am not a fan, guys. I do not like getting into these long trades, especially when we're forming bearish CVD divergence. I mean, this is going through the roof right now. We're getting a huge amount of longs entering. Wow, open interest going down. So there's a lot of stops going on here. 55 million at the moment. Yeah, this is the thing. Enough for the breakout. Enough for the breakout. 55 million longs here on Bybit. And yeah, on the rest of exchanges, obviously, hundreds of millions, right? You know, that's pushing out here very aggressively, as we can see on the CVD. Everybody long in here, getting the breakout. But yeah, we mentioned the possibility here. If you wanted to long speculating on the breakout, and I don't like getting into these, you know, speculating on the breakout on the resistance. You know, I don't usually trade like that. But if you were going to speculate on that trade, the option was this one right over here, right? We just talked about this about 10 minutes ago. And I don't like these trades, especially when you're forming bearish CVD divergence. I don't like longing into resistance. But it was kind of the time for the breakout. It was kind of the time for the breakout. And if you were to get into a long position with good risk, you would just have to follow the local uptrend on the lower time frames, right? If you're looking for a long here, stop loss at the last higher low. If you get stopped out, it is what it is. But the target zone, the first take profit zone, without a doubt, was the highs here, right? The very weak area, guys. This is the moment that the price could follow through. I am really not interested in any short positions here, even though if we do reject, we'd have to get a pullback and a back test in the next coming hours. Then possibly I would say, yeah, okay, you know, this does look pretty good for a reversal. But just right now, just hitting this level, I'm very much aware that the price is just going to push through to higher levels. When we consolidate for such a long time, here, guys, it is, yeah, just a high probability that we're just going to push through, okay? This swing failure pattern becomes very, very dangerous. Because of the massive consolidation. You know, we're looking for that follow through here in the next coming hours, you know, potentially in the, you know, between today and tomorrow. It's really a zone that I would not play around with any shorts. The levels that I'm interested in the swing short position would be this area. And as a day trader and a scalper, I need a range. I need a nice successful range, just like the range that was mentioned here a couple of days ago. This is where I know how to defend myself, and I know to look at for setups, right? And invalidation levels, looking for that push here to the upside. The pump is too fresh. It's testing the highs. If we get a pullback and we come back up, you know, potentially, yes, we could back test it, or looking for a local double top, but it's just freshly hitting the level. So it could just squeeze out and continue pumping. Let's take a look at the liquidity, because we have had a little bit of a liquidation event here. in the last few minutes as we were pumping. We did have quite a lot of liquidity right there that's just been squeezed out. We've just squeezed out all of those short liquidations, getting that pumpy action. Robert Kennedy will endorse Trump. I've also read that somewhere on Twitter. I've also read that. Yeah, so we got Trump and Robert Kennedy. If Trump is elected, guys, I would expect, yeah, all-time highs on Bitcoin, right? But that's in November. So Trump for prison equal BTC pumping. What? For president, right? Well, guys, be cautious with the comment section. We're getting a little bit of oh my goodness, we're getting a bit of a shilling altcoin in the comment section, guys. Be cautious, stay away. Mel Story so bullish. Yeah, guys, be careful. We know what happened with the McDonald's token. It was an absolute rug pull, guys. Stay cautious with these shilling tokens that are going on in the comment section. We're having a lot of people. Guys, open please a chart of Melstroy. Done, reported. Yeah, guys, Russian community. Oh my goodness. Yeah, guys, this might be a big fat scam. Be very, very cautious. Yeah, Melstroy. Yeah, it's not even here on CoinGecko. Scam, guys. Be careful with scammers. If we get a bunch of people talking about a token in the comment section, we know that it's very likely going to be a scam or a rug pull, okay? So leave the stream right away and stop cluttering here the comment section. We're getting a bunch of people talking about that token here in the comment section. Yeah, I was going to go through comment section, but overall it's getting destroyed right now with this token. Trump is ahead of polls. Depends on where you get your information from. Crypto Fox, hello. Crypto 𝗬𝗫, what's up, guys? We're smashing through, guys. 63K imminent. We are just about to break through. Very, very low resistance here. We are just following through here. And we are above the highs so far from this pivot. I think we are likely going to be hitting 63K in the next coming minutes, guys. It's imminent. It's happening right now as we speak. So unfortunately, we did not get that long squeeze. It would have been nice to get that quick first dump down and then recover. There was a good confluence area, but we already smashed through the highs here from the 8th of August. Breaking out, guys. There's really not much resistance. We got a small little naked point of control, but I wouldn't expect that to do much, to be honest. After such a large consolidation here, for me, the projection, it is actually, even though if you get a pullback, going to higher levels. So yeah, let's see. It's going to be very chilled, right? If we are going to reject from the level, we need to see the rejection, and we need to see, right, the price action very, very choppy at that range, and then bearish CVD divergence, proof of resistance, back testing the naked point of control or this high. I would take it very, very chilled. If we are going to speculate on a reversal, for the moment we're just very, very strong. I would expect follow through here in the next coming hours. So have we just tapped 63K? We are just about to do so. Yeah, it does respect the pump, as they say, guys. Let's take a look at the poll that we were talking about just a few few hours ago. Oh, I didn't create a poll today. That was yesterday. No poll has been created. Yesterday, will we hit $63,000 or will we hit $58,000? And I think most of the people were saying that no scam, you just valuable. No story. Yeah. Bybit started to short. Well, that might be forming bullish CVD divergence. Yeah, this is too soon right now. Looking at the CVD, guys, too soon. We just massive, huge amount of longs entering. This is probably just going to follow through. Okay, when we get this, this is like a successful breakout with so many longs entering here. This is like insane power. There's nothing to do here. It's just continue to the upside, right? We just pumping. Just imagine this pump right over here that happened a few weeks ago, right? It's just respect the pump. Respect the pump. The price is just breaking out. We need to find a top at some point and form a rejection and a range, and then we can talk about a potential correction, right? For the moment, higher we go. We are going higher, and respect the pump, legends. Pump it. Scam token, says Mustafa. Yeah, guys, stay cautious. Yeah, that token is likely going to be a scam. So you can already leave the comment section alone, right? I'm trying to get them out, guys, but this is like an invasion, right? I'm getting invaded in the comment section from this 𝗖𝗿, or I don't know what it is. Guys, you can leave already. We are very much... we do have a lot of knowledge. Lock 250 years liquidity. What the heck? Get out, guys. You're very likely a scam. This is not a way to promote something. You probably are a rug pull. Get in contact with me. Let me take a look at and research your token. Don't suddenly just come here in the comment section and talk about your crypto. That's not a very good way to do it. Thanks, Andy. You are great. Russ, a tracker. Buenas, Andy. Capitán Pablo Barragán. ¿Cómo estás, amigo? Just report them. Yes, I am. But there's an invasion. There's 20, 30 different ones. D. Johnny, how are you? Nice to see you, my man. Long-term follower. Moderators, please kick these scammers. Moderators have left. Moderators have left. We've been here for over an hour and 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Moderators are saying, screw you if you want to stay longer on the live stream. Hey, Andy, look at Theta, please. Let's take a look at Theta. We're just hitting that naked point of control. Got a small little reaction. But, yeah, it does look like that this wants to follow through. Quick reaction at that naked point of control. But, yeah, not enough. Not enough. Not enough. The price is very strong. We got a lot of longs entering. The power continues. Let's take a look at Theta right away. Very bullish on Theta. I actually do hold some Theta. Theta looking very good. Muy bueno. Muy bueno. Theta looking very good. Very nice pump on Theta during the last couple of weeks and during the last few days even more. Very, very nice. Let's take a look at the possible projection here on Theta, which is at least the 1-to-1 extension, which we are very close to hit, which is at the $1.44. And if this does get all the way up to the 1.618, claiming these highs, guys, it is bull run reactivated. After having these awful drops, guys. I mean, it has been a few months now. We've been tired, okay? It was the time to start reaccumulating. I have been reaccumulating some altcoins such as Mina Protocol, Fowler, Chainlink, DAG token. Been buying, a bunch of different altcoins during the last couple of weeks. We have been having a very boring, aggressive several months here of downtrend. Oh my goodness, bull market top is, it's over for crypto. We know the deal, right? we are very far away from being over, okay? I mean, this is only a small little pump, right? I'm not saying that this is going to absolutely rock it. But if we do see on Theta the $1.60 level hit in the next coming days, guys, we are breaking market structure. Bull run has started again. We'll be looking at this kind of momentum. Why, you may ask? Bearish market structure broken. If you hit this high, descending wedge broken. When we take a look at the expansion from this momentum that we've had during the last few weeks, if we do hit the 1.618, which is already going to confirm the breakout of the structure, because that would have to get above the last lower high, which is this one, because this is the last lower high, because you have lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. The last lower high is right over here. If you get to the 1.618 extension, you are likely forming a wave 3. You're likely forming a wave 3 here, looking at Elliot wave theory, and that will be incredibly bullish. That will mean that any corrective move after hitting this high is likely going to be a wave 2, and then you're going to absolutely explode in the next coming weeks. Okay, so we'll be analyzing very carefully here. We could be confirming a reversal. It's too soon to say, guys. It's too soon to say. It's just a little bit of hopium that if we do hit that high, this is the pivot high to change everything. That is the last lower high, the structure that would confirm a wave 3 possibility, meaning that you will be likely forming a wave 2 here, and then bang, we'll be analyzing very carefully in the next coming weeks. Of course, because this is on higher time frame, this ain't going to happen tomorrow. The confirmation, we might just roll down in the coming days, and no wave 3, no breakout of structure or anything. It's been a fake out and we're coming back down. We still have a lot of, we still need to pump another 23% here on Theta to confirm that the bearish market structure has finished, and we will be recovering in the next coming weeks. Okay, so this is everything. This high is everything right there. This high is everything. That is when we will realize when the trend is going to shift. As long as we are beneath this lower high, this could just be a bounce right there and we're coming back down. So Theta, I will do some analysis on Theta and I will take it into consideration. I will set some alerts here just to analyze that area. But yeah, I would be interested to see once that high is claimed, to count the waves and the different projections that we have, all right? Because now we have two options. One option, the first option being the bearish one, you're just going to hit the 1-to-1 to the 1382, which is a C wave area, right? A, B, C, boom, you roll back down. Yeah, without a doubt, this is a rejection point. You got the 1236, 1382 extension at that zone. Yeah, this is that lower high is a rejection point. That could be a moment where the price of Theta does start rejecting, and if it does push through and hit the 1.618, for me it's going to be game on, because you'll be forming a higher high here. So a higher low will be extremely likely for the next coming weeks, guys. Anybody that is interested in trading Theta or different cryptos, Bybit is the #1 crypto trading platform for me. If you cannot trade on Bybit, you do have bluffing. You can trade Theta and multiple altcoins. It's no KYC, just with an email and a password. You can sign up in minutes, and you do have the best bonus available with the link down below in the description, up to $80,000 deposit bonus on bluffing. The more you deposit and trade, the more airdrops you're getting to your account, so you can use to trade, guys. Go and check it out. Bluffing is the #1 no KYC platform. Quick rejection, from that naked point of control. Very aggressive, very aggressive. That naked point of control is from the price action that we had here on the 2nd of August. It's that high volume node that has just been tapped right now, no longer naked, getting a small little reaction, small little pullback of a couple of $100. Legends. Thank you very much for joining. Please, Andy, identify those high potential altcoins. I will, my man. Theta is an insane project. I do hold some Theta in my portfolio. I think Theta is one of those tokens that has a high potential in reaching its previous all-time high, okay? Very, very strong project. Decentralized media, right? I really believe that this one has insane potential. They have great partnerships. The roadmap is insane, and it's a working project. Okay, so Theta is a very, very strong altcoin, very, very strong, and yeah, without a doubt, after this is the reaccumulation zone, guys. This already, you know, 80 cents, $1, $1.20. It doesn't really matter, right? If you buying at this area, who cares after if it's going to hit $5, $6, $7 in the next coming months, right? It's just, it doesn't really matter buying at 90 cents, $1, $1.20, right? The risk to reward is already going to be massive in the next coming months. So yeah, without a doubt, I believe that Theta is going to be one of them that actually gets that breakout. Mariela, sleep tight. Thanks, legend. I was fired by the community today. So adios, amigo. No, you weren't. Don't be silly. Mariela, I was making my night sleep tea. Not to worry. Much love, Mariela. Let's go right away and end up the stream, legends. Thank you very much for joining. Bitcoin popping out, small little rejection. This, without a doubt, if we do reject here very aggressively, it is what it is. This is a very aggressive short trade. If you short the naked point of control, I would only take it as a scalp. For me, this is not a zone to enter longs. We just tested the high right now. I mean, this is a level where it could reject or it could follow through. It's very, very difficult at the moment. So I'm going to remain patient till we form a nice, beautiful range and analyze the scenarios, the waves, and the projections where we can get a high probability trading setup. Just like the one we mentioned a few days ago at this range. Really nice long position from 59K all the way up to 61K. We've formed a range. We're very much analyzing the uptrend. We got the push. Very, very nice. Right now, too soon. We could follow through or we could reject here at this point. I need a range. We've just pumped into this level. So let's see what happens in the next 1 to 2 days where we can have some clear projections and some clear zones and scenarios that could happen. Legends, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.